Magandang araw mga ka-EHome Radio at isa na namang masaya at makabuluhang kwentuhan ang magaganap dahil ang kasama natin ngayon ay napaka-espesyal. She is an organization development and well-being consultant, owner of Macredo or Milagros Center of Healing and Recreation for Developing Organization, chief co-creator and educator of Sigla or School in the Garden of Living Archetypes, former full-time faculty at the Asian Institute of Management. Wow! Here is Dr. Milagros Lagrosa. Magandang araw po sa inyo, ma'am.
Nako, maganda ka pa sa umaga, Fran.
Thank you very much, ma'am. At talaga namang isang magandang araw. At masaya rin po kami dahil kasama namin ang isang ma-beauty at napakagaling, napakahusay na co-creator and educator of Sigla. Ma'am, ano po ba ang Sigla at bakit nyo naisipan na mag-create nito?
Alright, naku, paborito kong tanong yan. Kasi kaya ako masigla. Siguro, una, yung salitang sigla. Sa wikang Pilipino, ang salitang sigla ay maraming elemento. Okay, pag masigla, may kasamang elemento ng lakas or strength. Mm-hmm. It also has the element of sigasig or perseverance or tiyaga. Sigla also means spirit de core. Sigla also means saya, joy. And pinakamahalaga, sigla is buhay or life. That is why we always say people, masigla ka ba? O ba't wala kang sigla? Wala kang kabuhay-buhay. So, first, the name. Okay, bakit sigla? Ikalawa, sigla is a school. In fact, the full name is School in the Garden of the Living Archetypes. But I want to focus first on school because I am an educator.
Yes, ma'am.
School is a very important, not really a place. Learning space, as you said earlier, no? They say that life is a school. Another meaning is life is a college of relationships. We are in a university of life. Talagang may university of life. But when I talk about school in the biggest and broadest sense, school is life. Narito tayo para matuto. Ang buhay ay parang malaking paaralan. Maaring formalan o hindi formal. Mga iba hindi talaga nakapag-aaral lang mataas pero edukado, no? Meron talagang nangyari sa kanilang buhay. So, also because my meaning of school came from the Latin which means escola, and escola means freedom, kalayaan. Kasi ang tunay na misyon ng school is to free the person. So, education is educare, educere, to draw out the best from the person, to free the person. Free from what? Number one, ignorance. Okay? Freedom from ignorance. And with freedom from ignorance comes freedom from fear. Fear of what? Freedom from injustice, oppression, being taken advantage of, freedom from inequality and oppression. I'll call Don Buhain, who is the owner and the CEO of Rex Group of Companies, no? Rex Publishing is one of the members of the group. Sa mga libro yan. June 12 last year, he said something like, lumaya nga tayo, di ba? Depende kung anong Independence Day binibigyan natin interpretation. June 12 or July 4. But this is the provocative question of Don Buhain. Tunay bang lumaya ang Pilipinas when we were given our independence? Maybe not. And if you think we are not truly free, you have to look at our people. Are our people truly free? And that freedom, education has a big part of that. Okay, so yun ang dahilan kung bakit binuo ko ang Sigla. So Sigla is a school. It's not a physical campus. It is a learning space. And right now, this particular EHome Radio interview is a learning space that we are carrying on digital platform. So for me, school is a cluster of learning spaces. And thanks God to technology, it can happen in many learning spaces. All right? It can reach worldwide. So just to quote from the website of Sigla, which I hope many people will visit, I would really describe it. It is an evolving playground for the living archetypes of the Filipino to manifest their traits, face their woundings, integrate their woundedness to their original nature, leading to the soulful transformation of the Filipino psyche. So that is the exact mission of Sigla. Okay, so
Wow.
I think I answered the first question. Bakit
Yes,
Sigla?
ma'am.
At bakit ko binuo? Kasi alam mo, Frandy, galing ako sa hirap eh. 10 kaming magkakapatid. Pangalawa ako mula sa panganay. At sa aming 10 magkakapatid, 5 lang ang nakaabot ng mataas na paaralan, in fact, college. So school was always something that I desired, not only for myself, but for my siblings and my nephews and nieces. I am just so lucky that I think I've studied in some of the best schools of the country. So UST for my college, Ateneo de Manila for my MA and Ph.D. And I was able to teach also in the best schools of the country. Sa tingin ko, hindi naman to para sa aking credentials or curriculum vitae. Nakapag-aral ako sa mabuting paaralan, nabigyan ako ng mabuting edukasyon, gusto ko siyang ibahagi. Eh sabi ko, pero hindi ko na kaya magtayo ng talagang academic school. And besides, my meaning of school is, it's not a physical campus. So ginawa
But
ko
a learning space.
Learning spaces. Kaya kung bibisitahin yung mga programs and courses ng Sigla, talagang siya, gourmet. Siya, kumbaga buffet. Maraming klaseng learning spaces for different levels of learning. So I can do it for children, for adolescents, for CEOs, etc. So ginawa ko ang Sigla kasi gusto kong ibahagi ang biyaya sa aking buhay na natating ko isa sa pinakamataas ng antas ng edukasyon. Nakakakuha ako ng Ph.D. Pero sa akin ang Ph.D. hindi Doctor of Philosophy. Patience, humility, and dignity. Kasi ang hirap makatapos ng PhD. Hindi ka makakatapos ng PhD pag wala kang patience, wala kang humility, wala kang dignity. Ang hirap. Kasabay ng pagtapos ko ng PhD ang kwento ng aking buhay. So I think nasagot ko na yung unang tanong, Frankie. Ano ang Sigla?
Yes, ma'am. And I like that. PhD. Patience, humility, and dignity. Wow. At ang isang pa rin maganda kong ang isa pa namang magandang nakuha sa inyo, ma'am, ay ang inyong tanong, tunay bang malaya ang Pilipinas? Speaking of Pilipinas, meron kayong isang magandang contribution sa Pilipinas. Ang halo na halo tayo, yan ang Pilipino. And you play the role of the navigator or manlalakbay. Can you tell us more about this? And also, bakit sa tingin ninyo, tinawag ang isang Pinoy na manlalakbay?
Okay. Ito yung mga nangyari sa buhay ko na ako'y napasubo. Napasubo. Not in my wildest dream did I think that at my age, 63, I think, that I will appear on stage. Shy. Believe it or not, shy. Introvert ako.
Really?
Yeah. Kaya lang, syempre, kasama mo yung mga kaibigan mo. Sonia Rocco was a friend way back at Neo days. I was the direct Sonia. Unang guest nyo sa EHome Radio. Yes, believe it or not, naging estudyante ko si Sonia sa experimental psych. She was an MA student and she had to take experimental psych as an undergrad requirement. Si Sonia Rocco din ang nag-head ng our school at naturuan niya ang aking 3 anak. Oo, kaya marami kami pinagsamahan. So, paano ako sa kanila? So, tsaka, yung katotohanan yan, hindi nila sinasabi. Ang original plan talaga ng halo-halo, hindi naman ilalabas sa stage trattoria. Yung trattoria, yung para nasa isang parang restaurant, tapos kumakain kayo. At one point, tatayo na yung mga actors and actresses. So sabi ko, safe yun. Hindi ko naging stage play. Okay. Anyway, so hindi ako umaatras sa hamon ng buhay, so tinanggap ko yung navigator.
Yes.
Ang pagkagawa kasi ng script namin, hindi talaga inupuan talagang sinulat ng scriptwriters. Nagkukwentuhan lang kami sa round table sa tahanan ni Sonia Rocco. Ang tawag namin yung kabod table. Member ako ng kabod. Ibig sabihin ng kabod, kami yung original na nangarap at nag-isip sa halo-halo. So si Sonia, si Ruby Pauro, aming playwright, tapos na regular, si John Sanchez, ito ang kanyang kaluluwa, ang aming philosopher, islander. Tapos ako, yun ang alala ko kasi kakasama ko sa band ni Sonia. Hanggang sa eventually, dumagdag si Marisa Marie, yung unang sumulat ng mga kanta. Pagkatapos sumama na dumating na si Jay Bato, si The Mystic, ganon. So sa pagkwentuhan lang namin ng buhay, hindi ko makalimutan yung isang video. Kinikwento ko yung buhay ko. Ang buhay ko, Frandy, palagi akong binabaha.
Yes, ma'am.
Nakasampalok ako So, Espanya, LSD, baha yun. Taga San Diego, puro baha. Tapos yung iniwan namin yung Kings, baha din doon, yung Ondoy, etc. So, sabi ni Jay, Mila, ang pangmagat ng kwento ng buhay mo ay agos ng buhay. Kasi palagi kang nasa baha. Doon nagsimula yun. At so, ang galing kasi ng aming playwright, si Ruby Pauro. Ang galing ni Ruby kasi nalapat niya ang kwento ng buhay ng isang taong katulad ko sa archetype. So in other words, kaya ako naging navigator. Kasi lumalabas sa buhay ko, marami akong nilangoy, marami akong tinawid, marami akong baha na nilampasan sa aking buhay. Kaya ako yung navigator. Pero maniwala ka, Frandy, hindi ako talaga marunong lumangoy. Sa totoo. Hindi ako marunong lumangoy. Mamamatay ako sa baha. Hindi ako isa-save, no? Kailangan ko na salbagita. Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng navigator, marunong kang lumangoy sa mga hamon ng buhay. Hindi ka malulunod. Halimbawa, sa panahon na ngayon ng pandemya, maraming malulunod o maaring nalunod na. Kasi hindi nila kayang languyin ang new order versus the old order. Wala na yun eh. Wala na yun. Unti-unti nang nawala yung dati nating buhay. Marami ng bago ngayon. Kailangan lumangoy ka. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng the navigator. Can navigate the changes of life. Can navigate the vicissitudes of life. Binanggit mo na ako ay organizational development consultant. Yes. Ang expertise ko talaga ang managing change. Okay? Ang change hindi madali. Especially katulad nitong pandemic. The whole world was not prepared for this unprecedented pandemic. The last one was about 100 years. So talagang maraming nalulunod. Kailangan talaga natin buhay ang navigator para kayanin natin ang paglalakbay at ang paglalangoy dito. Tapos, gusto kong bigyan talaga ng tribute ang Pinoy. Ang Pinoy talaga, isa sa pinakamalakas na archetype natin, ang manlalakbay. Remember, we live in an archipelago, the pearl of the Orient Sea.
Yes,
so talagang binigay sa atin ang buhay yun eh. Napapalibutan tayo ng tubig. Kaya nga nakakaya kung di ako marunong lumangoy, nakatira ako sa archipelago, di ba? Oo. Tapos nakakaya kung di marunong mag-dive.
Hindi man kayo marunong lumangoy, pero marunong kayo at magaling kayong lumangoy sa agos ng buhay, kagaya ng mga Pinoy.
So, kailangan
at ito pa yung isa yung tinuturo. Go ahead na.
Gusto ko lang bigyan ng tribute talaga yung ating mga OFW, overseas Filipino workers, kasi yun talaga ang tunay na manlalakbay. Maaring sila land-based or sea-based kasi marines, etc. Pero ang totoo, tinatawid nila, iniiwan nila ang kanilang pamilya, tinitiis ang lungkot, hindi nila alam kung anong dadatan nila sa Dubai, sa Singapore, sa Hong Kong. Kakayanin natin yon. Kakayanin nila yon para sa kanilang mga pamilyang naiwan sa Pilipinas. Yun ang ibig kong sabihin, the navigator. Pumutok man ng bulka, isang kanta ng navigator, pag narinig nyo sa halo-halo, yung kinanta ng anak ko, ay talagang tribute to the Filipino worker.
Isa pang magandang natutunan ko out of your interview sa HR leader, nang sinabi ninyo na instead of saying time management, mas gusto nyo na sinasabi at ginagawa yung activity management. What do you mean by that now?
Okay. Alam mo, hindi ko lang nabanggit sa HR Worldwide. I have to give tribute to my eldest son. Actually, ang eldest son ko, si Dominic John, ang nagbanggit sa akin yan. And the reason why Dominic John was able to say that because he has been a sales manager the longest time. I think his latest position now is that before the lockdown, siya ang may hawak ng Asia Pacific ng Robinson's Land. And he had to manage people.
Wow!
Ito, di ba? Lalo sa Pinoy. Okay? So, ito yung isa sa dapat sigurong baguhin ng Pinoy. Maraming Pinoy, pag nahuli, hindi nakapag-study, hindi nakapasok. Kasi traffic Kinapusa ko ng oras. Kaya sabi ng anak ko, sinabi niya sa kanyang mga tao, ang oras ay nandyan. In fact, ang nag-define ng time ay human beings. Siguro before the invention of the clock, our ancestors just relied on sunrise and sunset. Tama ba? Before the invention of the clock, sunrise and sunset. But eventually, time was invented, and we call that chronological time. Kaya nga, we live in chronos. Chronological time, meaning it begins at a certain point. Let's say the day begins 12 midnight, di ba? Pag nag-12 midnight na, bagong araw na yan. 25, di ba? Bisperas ng Pasko, December 25. And that's 24
Yes.
hours. Hours are divided into minutes, the minutes into seconds, and because of technology,
Seconds.
meron ka ng nanoseconds. Okay? So the
Yes.
more precise the technology, the more precise is time. So given yung time,
Yes.
time does not, kaya ako sinabing, and I agree with my son, ang tao pa rin may kapangyarihan ayusin ang kanyang buhay, hindi ang oras.
Mhm.
Ikaw ang nagsiset ng alarm clock mo. Ikaw ba, Fran, pag nag-ring ang alarm clock, bangon ka na, o titiyan mo, ay, 5 minutes ulit. Di ba may mga ganyan?
Mhm. Yes.
5:30, oh. Hindi naman yung alarm clock na nagsiset eh. Ikaw. So,
Yes.
yun ang ibig natin sabihin ng anak kong si Dominic dyan. Pag marami kang ginagawa, actually 3 bagay lang ang dapat na binabalance ng tao. And this is really management. Basic
Mhm.
management. First, yung energy mo, yung lakas mo.
Yes.
How much energy do you have? Kasi you have to take note that our energy level varies from morning to night. May fluctuation ng energy level. Ako, pinakamataas ang energy level ko, 3 a.m. up to 10 a.m.
Oh,
Pwede
wow.
ako ma-serve doon ng 3 a.m. Ang liwanag ng isip ko. That is how I survived graduate school. All my readings, all my papers are written doon. Doon maliwanag. Some people hindi kaya. Some people maliwanag ang isip hapon paggabi hanggang hating gabi. So where is your energy
Just like me.
level? Okay, you have to know that. That's the first thing you have to know. What is my peak energy level? Ang peak energy level mo, doon mo gawin ang pinakamahirap na trabaho and the one that requires creativity. The routine you can do when your energy level
Wow.
is not. Kasi routine eh. Ibig sabihin ng routine, walang major blunder dyan. Routine. Alright. So energy. Number two is material resources or money. Okay? Money. You need material resources. You need connection. You need you're in EHome. You need all those things that will put up the display, etc. And the third is time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I will put them in alphabetical order. It's to meet your objectives, you have to manage your net,
Mhm.
meaning money or material
Mhm.
resources, energy, and time. So
Mhm.
you manage by managing your activities. Okay? And the important thing there is that you prioritize. Binanggit ko to doon sa HR Worldwide interview ko. Until now, I still have a to-do list. Okay? So, uunahin ko yung napaka-importante at peak time. Kasi mamaya inaantok na ako nito. Kaya nga acupuncture ko.
Oh, wag muna kayong aalis. Magbabalik pa kami.
EHome Improvement Center would like to thank the following: Lotus, engineered to surprise; Apollo Lightings, your light partner; Filmit Total Furniture Solution; Saline Bed and Mattresses; Prime Steel Enterprises, everything in right place; Sanyang Furniture, everything your home deserves; Mandawi Foam Home Store.
These are small organizations na napakarami dito sa 4th District of Laguna. That's why we want to ask you this. As an organization development consultant, basically, ano ba yung mga dapat namin tandaan, lalo na ng mga leaders nito?
Okay. Actually, ang work ng leadership, the work of leadership is basically to help people that have been entrusted into their care. I'm talking about caring leadership. I'm talking about healing leadership. Kasi there was a time, maybe until now, may tinatawag silang rogue leadership, R-O-G-U-E, meaning leaders who use their coercive power in order to dictate and sow fear among people. And that, in the long run, that would not be effective. One of the greatest presidents of the United States of America was Franklin Delano Roosevelt during World War II. He was a polio victim. And yet he was able to carry through America during one of the darkest periods of human history, World War II. Kaya ko sinasabi because leadership also, even if you're talking about small college, and for me, again, size is not important. The mission, the vision, and quality education of that particular school, how you live up to your mission. So, the leadership of the school where you're studying, must also be aware of the leadership context of Santa Cruz, Laguna, the Philippines, the ASEAN region, and the world. Leaders are there to motivate their people to produce. Leaders are there in order to encourage people to deliver results. And there are two ways. There are two important units. Leadership and management. Mind of a manager, soul of a leader. And let me repeat, Frandy. Mind of a manager, soul of a leader.
And soul of a leader.
Soul, the essence of leadership is not to push, hindi siya yung task-oriented. Kailangan yun, hindi ko sasabihin hindi kailangan yun. Kaya kayo may mga KPI na. Alright. Pero ang leadership talaga, ang pinahahalagahan ng gusto niya, ang pagkatao ng mga tao niya. Ang tunay na leader, kilala niya ang mga tao niya mula sa pinakamataas na executive, hanggang sa security guard, hanggang sa janitor. Ang tawag ko niya ng compassionate leadership, leading with soul. Kahit ano man ang posisyon mo, ikaw ang presidente ng Pilipinas, ikaw may-ari ng EHome, ikaw ang security guard, hello! Pare-pareho lang tayong tao. Ang kulay ng dugo mo pula. Kung anong pangangailangan ng katawan, pangangailangan ko rin. Kailangan mo ng araw, kailangan mo huminga. Pareho lang tayong tao. So, kailangan natin ng respeto. Doon ang unang na leadership. So, kapwa-tao. Kapwa-tao.
Bago pa tayo mapunta sa kung saan, here's my last question. Ma'am, ang EHome ay may tagline na yan ang Pilipino. Bilang isang napakagaling, napakahusay at malaki ang contribution sa Pilipinas, I must say, ma'am, ano pa po ang inyong pangarap para sa ating bansa?
Ay, naku. Baka ako maiyak niya na. I did not pursue my green card. I could have pursued green card in USA. I gave it up. I chose to stay in the Philippines and remain a Filipino. I love the Philippines. I look Chinese because I have Chinese blood too. Is Chinese. But in my heart, mind, heart, soul, I am a Filipino. And what about the Philippines? Pearl of the Orient Seas. Sa kanta namin ibinigay sa atin ang perlas ng silangan. Siyempre, song yan so lagi yung narinig yan. Anong pangarap ko sa Pilipinas? Siguro I have to be very accurate because this is what is written in the website of Sigla. I hope you will visit the website www.siglalim.com. Alright, so anong pangarap ko sa Pilipinas? Kasi ang vision ko talaga, nakapunta na ako sa iba't ibang lugar ng mundo. Hindi naman lahat, mas marami si Direk Sonia at si Edwin. Pero yung beaches lang natin, yung ating mga dalampasigan, walang sinabi ang ibang bansa. Napakaganda ng ating archipelago. Napakaganda ng ating kampanya. So, sabi kong ganyan, ito yung vision ko, Frandy. The Philippine Garden Archipelago, green and vibrant with life, cultivated by a constantly renewing and soul-evolving Filipino nation, gleaming like gold under the tropical sun, illuminating its ASEAN neighbors towards authentic collaboration to be a powerful voice in Asia and the world. Yun ang official statement ng vision ko for the Philippines, yung sigla. So siguro kung isisimplihan ko yan, napakagandang kapuluan ng Pilipinas, isang hardin. Napakarami nating species of plants and animals, maaring dito lang. We have the tamaraw. We have the, ano yun sa Bohol, the tarsier. Mga unique yan sa atin. Tapos luntian. Tapos, yung ganda na yan ng kapuluan ng Pilipinas. Sana yung mga Pilipino, ang kanyang kaluluwa ay palaging maangat. Ang kaluluwa ng Pilipino ay evolving. Tumataas palagi ang kalayan. Pagkatapos, matuklasan ng Pilipino ang kanyang ginto. Kaya nga ang huling ng halo-halo, ginto ako. May ginto ang Pilipinas. Mindoro is really mining of gold. But the real gold of the Philippines is not in the mine, it's in the heart, mind, and soul. Pagkatapos, at rating natin yan sa Pilipinas, maging tayo, ilaw sa ASEAN. Hindi bata ka pa, pero I hope nag-aaral ka ng history.
Yes.
There was a time in the history of ASEAN, we were second to Japan. Kulelat ang Singapore. Pero pag pumunta ka ngayon ng Singapore, 9 per capita income. Bakit? Napakarami nating likas na kayamanan. Ang Singapore wala. Nung tiniwalag sila ng Malaysia, ang naiwala sa kanila, puro trading po. Anong pinagyaman ni Lee Kuan Yew? Ang yaman ng tao. Para sa akin, kaya din natin gawin yan. Yan ang pangarap ko sa Pilipinas. Sabi ko, only remaining years, 64 na ako, and women in a family dying. My mom died at 58, so ang dami ng bonus years after my mom's death year. Talagang itututo ko lang sa sigla, at yung sigla sana, pagtulot ng Panginoon, yung instrumento para talagang bumusila ang bayang Pilipino. Para talagang maklaim natin perlas ng silangan, the Orient Seas. Yan ang pangarap ko.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Green, vibrant, and full of life, kagaya ninyo. And para pampasayan ng ating guys, sabihin lang natin ito, ma'am. Sabihin niyo po, ang EHome Radio, yan ang Pilipino.
Sasabihin na ngayon o sabihin na?
1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
EHome Radio, yan ang Pilipino.
Isa na namang magiting at mahusay na Pilipino ang nakasama natin ngayon. Maraming salamat po. Ako pong muli, si Sir Frankie, no, dadong nagsasabing, piliin maging mabuti. Magkita-kita po tayo dito. Salamat po.